So welcome back. Thank you for being part of us. This is Empower, where we focus on people and workplace. Before we took a break, Pastor, you're talking about David and the process you went through, so that we can discuss this thing.
Yeah.
So maybe you can go on.
Yeah, I think one of the best leaders or persons I look is David. And,
Yes.
and summarized in Psalm 78, verse 72. It says he led with integrity of heart and skillful hands. But if you look at the life of David, for him to get those skills, skillful hands, and to have that integrity of heart, it took a process. He was anointed, and then after anointing, he went back to the sheep pens. He ran away to the wilderness for 7.5 years. He went again to Hebron. So it's the process of the making.
Wow.
When you see King David, you need to see the process he went through. And that's one of the things maybe we want to encourage people out there. You have to be patient to go through the process. Look at Joseph. It took for around 14 years for him. He went through the process. He was sold. He went to the prison until he became a prime minister. There was a process of the making. And so even in our careers, it is the process of that humble office. That person who is your supervisor, to you it may seem like nothing, but there's a process that God is taking you, that you need to learn from them. And every day you need to endeavor as you go to your working place with passion, that, you know, what are the lessons that I'm learning as a person? People relations, teamwork, you know, working in excellence, performing in excellence, doing my duties with diligence, and bringing the gifts that God has given unto me. It's a process.
Amazing.
So process and patience.
Process and patience. So you have to go through the process.
You have to.
Patiently.
If you have to be what God wants you to be, to grow in your career, and also to be in a position, because it's very unfortunate if you're put in a position and you don't have the capacity, you don't have the tenacity for that role.
You'll not perform.
You won't perform.
Again, it'd be another frustration.
You'll frustrate people. You will kill the hearts of people.
That's true.
You will not be competent as a leader.
Yes.
Because you've not gone through the due diligence and the process.
You're right. Wow, thank you. Maybe, Pastor, we also look at when someone is going through this, remember you're not working alone.
Yes.
And because we are dealing with people who are different, maybe different opinions.
Yes.
And sometimes people, because of how they deal with us, we can be impatient with them.
Yes.
So I don't know, how can an employee be able to handle people patiently, considering that maybe sometimes things are not going the way I would want.
That's
someone, maybe we are team members and you are like slowing me down, or I'm slowing you down, and I'm losing the patience. So how can I handle this as an employee?
That's a very good question, and it's a real challenge in the workplace, in the ministry, even in families. And one of the things we need to know is that you can never live in isolation.
You can't.
And actually the word teams means together, each achieves more. You know, when we're together, when there's synergy, we'll be able to achieve more. And you can never be perfect in everything. You need your colleague. They may seem like they are not good in this area, but I want to assure you they are better in another area that you are weak in. And you need them. So it all goes to about people relationship, interpersonal relationships. My experience in my career, because I've done in Kenya Airways, I was a business analyst. The role of a business analyst is you go to implement projects in different departments. You deal with different people. And one of the things I've seen, and I strongly believe in my life, you can never succeed in life until you learn how to live with people. You develop good interpersonal skills. And these issues talks about empathy. How you can understand other people where they are. Look at things from their position. There's an aspect that is one of the principles of what they call value-based leadership. It's called balance. You always look at things from all perspectives, not just from your perspective. If I'm with Beatrice and she's my colleague, I'm so strong on this area and I'm feeling this aspect about this issue ahead of us, but Beatrice is seeing it from the other end. I need to accommodate and look at it from Beatrice's point of view, and that is what we call balance. Because in life, there's no way all of us can see things from the same. And that's the beauty of life.
Yeah,
It will be very boring, imagine.
All of
Everybody
us,
thinks it
everything.
the same
Yeah,
way.
it will be boring. Yeah.
So interpersonal skills are very important, and that's where teamwork comes in.
Yes.
That you're able to have balance, you're able to treat people, respect them,
Yes.
respect their opinion,
Yes.
and that brings, because that's the way they're able to listen to you.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the way you'll gain respect. And when there is respect, they will consider your opinion.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that also, that takes me back to what you said, that patients need to be intentional.
Yes.
Yeah, because I need to appreciate that this person A is different from B, from
Yes,
C, and from
yes,
myself.
yes.
So I have to be intentional
You
in
have to
dealing with them, listening,
Yes.
getting to hear them, looking at what they are saying, their opinions,
Yes.
so that you are able to.
And you, yeah.
Yes.
Because at that level, you're able to see perspectives in other areas.
Yes.
An example is Joseph. You know, he went through the process.
Yes.
He was very patient. He went through, you know, the training.
Yeah.
He became the prime minister. The brothers come here. The reality, the truth now dawns up.
Yes.
If you go and read the words of Joseph, you will see the value of patience. You know, he tells them, you know, guys, I know what you did. But you know what? This is how God did it to preserve you.
Yes.
So he has empathy. Because he knows the brothers, the way they are feeling, the guilt and
Yes,
everything.
yes.
But you know, he's telling them, you know what, guys, you messed up. But you know
Yes.
what? I love you. I'm still there for you.
Yes.
And there's still a purpose that God has for us. So when you see things from that perspective, you know, it's all about patience. He was very patient with them.
Wow.
Joseph never revenged.
Amazing.
David was very, very patient with Saul. He had an opportunity to terminate him,
Yes, yes.
but he said, I can't touch him.
I can't. Yeah.
Because he knew that he was anointed. He was patient until that right time that God will come and anoint him as king. So even in our workplaces, and this is very important because there are some people, they'll do everything, you know, to get to positions. It's better going through the process, being patient,
Yes.
not revengeful, understanding people from where they come from.
Yes.
When I understand somebody where they come from, then I'll be able to deal with them.
You're right.
And I'll be able to forgive. Yes.
Okay, I look at, okay, thank you for that. I'm looking at this employee who feels the supervisor or the manager is too much. He's getting into my nerves,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So in such situations, because it happens and sometimes you feel like it's happening because he is the boss.
Yes, yes.
Or she is the boss.
Yes, yes.
But I need to still work with this supervisor
yes,
patiently.
yes.
So how do I go through this so
Yeah.
that I don't also lose the opportunity or
That's very
react
true,
badly?
of growing, yeah.
Yes.
One of the things I think I've learned is in my life is you really have to be honest with yourself.
Yes.
And it depends on people's personality. That's what
Yes.
I've seen. And some of us, our personalities, like myself, was,
Yes.
I'm a people person. I want to be nice.
Yes.
I don't want to be hard to somebody. You know, there are
Yes.
people with that's nice
It's true.
personalities.
Yes.
And there's an argument, do they make good managers? But
Or
that's another
not.
topic
That's
of another day.
one. Yes.
But one of the things I've learned is it's important sometimes to be honest. When I went to Dubai, one of my bosses, we used to have a meeting every Tuesday from 10, half an hour,
Yes.
10 to 10:30, headquarters, Emirates, at the coffee shop. And it was heart to heart.
Yes.
And she would have never been put at such an edge. She's honest. She tells me, Livingstone, you're not performing here.
Yes.
This is not working. What do you need me to do? It was a tough feedback, tough conversation.
Yes.
And later, you know, when I sat down and I thought, no, she's not fair. But I sat down and I realized, no, challenge is myself. I'm not honest to myself.
Yes.
She's doing it at the best. She's bringing out the best in me.
Yes.
She's telling me those things, she knows that I need to hear for me to grow.
Yes.
So it's very important for us sometimes to be very honest. I'm not saying maybe there are some people, maybe they go overboard.
Yeah.
But it's always good to have the balance. When somebody criticizes you,
Yes.
when a supervisor is pushing you, when they're adding you, when there's job rotation, because these
Yes.
are some of the skills the leaders do to
Yes.
grow somebody.
To grow you.
You have to be patient so that you go through it.
Yes.
And there are some people, unfortunately, they run away and they stop that through the process.
You're right.
That was supposed to get something.
Yes.
Because they are bringing out the best that is in you. As I said, remember, the
Yes.
purposes of a man are
Yes.
deep waters,
Yeah.
but a man of understanding. Drawing that takes time.
Yes.
And takes leaders and supervisors. You know, to tell you honestly and tell you, Livingstone, you've done well here, but
Yes,
here you
but
need to
here-
improve.
Yes.
I should take it positively because I want to grow in my
You want
career.
to grow.
Yes.
And I think that's where we make mistakes sometimes.
Yes.
Because, and this notion that maybe my supervisor or my manager is just, they are not wishing me well,
Yeah.
or their intention is not correct. I think we should also take that out of one,
Yes.
so that you can, and give yourself that opportunity to
Yes.
learn from them.
Yes.
Remember, this person
Yes.
has grown,
Yes.
and there are things that they know you don't
Yes.
know. And if you take advantage to learn from them,
It will go
for that
you.
season.
That's very true.
because it's a season, and
Yeah.
it's a season in life.
Yes, that's
and you
true.
should be able to go through that season effectively by allowing that process,
Yeah.
and don't take it negatively. Of course, we know sometimes maybe the next program we look at the leaders and how
Yes,
they can be
yes,
pushing to their
yes,
teams.
yes.
But I'm just thinking, maybe sometimes it can be hard because some senior people can be they
Yes.
can appear to be very rough.
Yes, very rough. Yeah.
But as an employee, you don't need to be rebellious. You don't need to act badly just because my manager seems to be
That's
very tough
true.
on me.
Yes, yes.
You still have a position to stand.
That's very true. And,
Yes.
and for now, maybe because I've been both in the ends, you know, these other end
Yes.
and also being a leader, you will notice that even for you, when you cross over the other side and you
Yes.
see the pressure these leaders have, the managers
going
have,
through.
they're thinking of the big picture,
Yes.
the organization, you know,
Yes.
the pressure and the things they push on
Yeah.
you. When you understand, you know, they're doing it for the good of the organization
Yes.
and also for you,
Yes.
growing you, you will be responsive. You will be supportive.
Yes.
You'll not take it personal.
Yeah.
You'll separate the criticism. And I think that's the biggest challenge
I
people
think
have.
so too,
Separating criticism from personal issues.
Yes.
You know, when a boss criticizes you or tells you of a better way of doing it, they are not personal. They are things that it has to be done professionally.
Yes. Yes.
Some of the job roles, you know, needs a lot of agility. You have
Yes,
to move
yes.
very fast. The market
Yes.
is moving.
That's
Times are moving.
Very
Decisions
fast.
have to be made. So there is no time. And that's why sometimes it's a bit hard to define the thin line between patience and what is not patient.
That is true.
Yes.
Wow. I know you don't have so much time.
Yes.
But maybe someone is struggling as an employee. This person is struggling so much with these patients, and they be listening to us and wondering, okay, you don't know what I'm going through. So what advice would you give such an employee so that they can develop these patients
Yeah.
and be able to go through this process in the best way possible?
Yeah. So my advice will be, my personal experience in my life is patience is intentional.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not comfortable. And you have to learn, and you have to remember that God has put some giftings, talents, skills and knowledge and attitudes that you really need to be harnessed. They have to be harnessed out there in the workplace. You need to be patient. You need to understand the seasons you're in.
Yes.
You need to get the best. And one of the things I've learned is for these giftings,
Yeah.
you know, and to come out, you really have to be patient through the process.
Yes.
Harness those skills, go back to school, have the vision. This is the vision. A vision is also a process.
Yes.
This is my vision. And for this vision, I want to grow to this area. Be focused. You're not today, I'm going on this area counting, then the next day you're on this one.
Yes.
So when you focus, then you'll be able to grow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Pastor. Can be sure that you've learned a lot, and we
Yeah.
appreciate. Look
Thank
forward
you
to
so
see
much,
you next
Beatrice,
week
for the opportunity. Yeah.
Yes, look forward to the next program as we look at the other side.
Thank
the
you so much,
manager.
yeah. Much
Appreciate.
appreciated, yeah.
Thank you so much for being part of this program, and I believe that we are going to be intentional when it comes to matters of patience, be it in our businesses, be it where we are employed, so that we can succeed and allow the process to take place so that we can achieve what God desires of us. This has been Empower. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. God bless you.